Namaskar, friends. Today we'll see what is the order of priority. See, whenever I see people in the park or wherever in public places, what are the visible signs of a person's health or unhealthy? I'm not saying unhealthy in the sense they have some issues, but just the looks. Suppose somebody is overweight or obese or morbid obese, and they have a very visible belly fat, and they're not able to walk very freely, alertness and all that. And also what we can see at times, the age. These four parameters, you see, we know the person, how is he, right? So generally when I interact with them, generally general discussion, I ask them, asking why, what are you doing for you to improve your to overcome your overweight. Most of the people are very self-conscious. They say, no, no, because of the corona I have not gone out, otherwise I was all right. Right? Somebody says, no, no, earlier I was to do some yoga. I'm not doing yoga nowadays, so I'll have to start it again. Right? Somebody else will say about the food. Yeah, I'm nowadays sitting at home eating more times, and then some hotel food and all that. But friends, the condition of your present condition is always, it's all depends on your previous habits over the years. Now let's look at it. Now you have decided to become healthy. So which are the things to take first? Is the yoga you should take first? Is the diet you should take first? Is some sort of gym you have to go and all that? So let's look at it. What is the order of priorities? Start going to the next slide. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah. See, look at it, friends. Now, when you see there's a pond where fish are commercially grown, and you see fish are becoming sick, and you find some days you find the fish is dead and is floating. So, what needs to be done? So, do we need to give them the right food, improve the nutrition, or give some sort of supplements or some sort of medicine? What is required? But what is required, friends? You need to see why they are dying, the root cause. Root cause could be there are some pollutants coming into the pond. So, first you need to stop the pollutants. Then only you can do anything. Similarly, if you have there is a fire going on, the general tendency to put out the fire is just to, put a water hose, and try to close it. But sometimes you're not able to do that. Then when you realize that somebody else is putting a petrol pipe. So what is petrol pipe here? What is the pollutants here? Best way of saving fish in pond, what we should do? First thing, what order of priority? Stop toxins entering into the pond. First, you should stop that and then clean up the pond. That's the second step. And then give right food. Second step. So 80% depends on your stop of the cause. Similarly, when a fire is raising and you're pouring water, you are not able to quench it. Just see if there is somebody else is putting petrol. What is petrol? Petrol in your health is nothing but these things, friends. Toxicity and deficiency. As we discussed about this toxicity and deficiency, what is not required, you are putting into the body. What is required, you are not giving it to the body. So these are the things. The first and foremost, let me tell you, friends, eating multiple times in a day. I think a lot of people are just ignorant about it. So, what is multiple times of eating? Everybody eats the breakfast, lunch, dinner compulsorily, in India, and then of course they have some snacks in between. They have coffee, tea. So, end of the day, from morning after wake up to night sleep, how many times you put food in your mouth? Many times people say, no, I take only the tiffin in the evening. Sometimes somebody says, I take only fruits in the morning. I take only some sort of honey and lemon. Friends, other than what anything else is food. Over the years, if you're eating multiple times in a day, the body is designed in such a way that, every time you eat, it gets digested. There is a sugar level in your blood and then insulin. And this roller coaster activity over the years cause insulin resistance. Once you started insulin resistance, you start having fatty liver and then pre-diabetes and overweight. All these things will follow. So understand this. If you stop this multiple eating times in a day, I think that's a great thing you're doing. Then poor gut health. We all discussed about poor gut health. You are unable to pass stools easily at least twice in a day. Insulin resistance, we just talked about. This is happening because of multiple times we are eating. Eating in the sense you take coffee, tea, anything other than what it is food, and over the years it amounts to insulin sedentary lifestyle. You're not physically active, not doing any exercise. Poor mind management. See, this is another very important, friends, things. Poor mind management. We are not able to manage our mind. We are getting stressed for small things. We don't know how to interact. We are getting into relationship issues and all that. And then what it causes chronic stress. If you're stressed up, moment you're stressed up, you become very alert. When a chronic stress is there, poor mind management is there, then that would affect your sleep. Friends, the problem is not mind management or chronic stress, lack of sleep. When you have broken relationships, when you are stressed, you are worried, you are tensed, all this will cause you lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is the main reason for your health deterioration. See, there is again 11 key health parameters, friends. You need to check those parameters in time so that you can take action. Suppose you don't know what's happening in your body. You don't know what is your insulin resistance level, what is your D vitamin level, what is your B vitamin levels, what is your inflammation levels in your body. This is all going to lead problem. And many people think I'm all right. Friends, understand, even 50 to 60% if your organs performance is deteriorated, even then you won't get a single symptom. That's how the beauty of the body. So you need to check these 11 parameters, and then you can assess your own health. There is a video is available how to assess your health. Somebody asks you what is your health score. We don't know. We are blank. Okay, this is not a perfect approach, but yes, you have an idea, semblance. Okay, my health score is 88%. I have seen people with the blood reports and with these 11 parameters, their health score is 20%, 25%. So obviously a person with 25% will definitely be succumbing to all sorts of infections and health issues. A person definitely about 80% would be absolutely hale and healthy, enthusiastic. Even at a age, advanced age also, they will be very active. So let's look at it, friends. 8 daily habits to improve gut health and insulin sensitivity. We just talked about gut health. Gut health and insulin sensitivity, if you can ensure, you can be assured of good health, friends. What are the things to be done? First thing, as I told you, toxins. You should avoid eating multiple times in a day. We just discussed that. Inflammatory foods to be avoided or reduced to a minimum. What are the inflammatory foods? Packaged, processed foods contain excess sugar, salt, maida, dalda, vegetable oils, MSG. This is another taste giving component. Refined carbs, artificial colors, preservatives. All these are done primarily to enhance the shelf life of the product. It is not at all mindful about your health to make it look good, taste better, and the product remains long on the shelf so that they get the money. Bakery foods, sweets, ice creams will be addictive. See, once you eat one sweet, you will be compelled to eat the second sweet. If you keep at home, despite all your self-control, you will end up eating more, friends. So don't have keep at home. Junk foods, animal foods, dairy products, milk and all is extremely not good at all. Very bad. Stimulants. What are the stimulants? Drugs, alcohol, tobacco, cold drinks, coffee, tea. Many people think coffee, tea is very good, nothing to worry. There are so many advertisements, so many case studies showing that have a coffee a day has improves health, heart health. All this is bakwas. Just don't get into that. They are not required. What is not required, don't put into your body, friends. Now, what we do, just I briefly tell you, though there are few videos. Immediately after waking up in the morning, preferably get up before sunrise, drink 1 liter water, focus on your bowel movement so that you can go to the toilet first. Then go for a brisk walking for 45 minutes or 1 hour. Then after 45 minutes of brisk walk or any game, any engagement of physical activity, then come back home, rest for 5-10 minutes, again drink 1 liter water, and you'll be able to go to the second bowel movement. Friends, when you drink 2 liters of water in two installments in a span of 2 or 3 hours and relieve yourself and get rid of your toxins from the body, this will ensure your gut health. Then don't understand, friend. Don't drink water 20 minutes before eating food, while eating, and until 2 hours after eating food. See, water gets absorbed in the empty stomach within 20 minutes, friends. If you have food, water remains. Is one of the reasons for the people to develop belly fat and bloated and all that, and digestion problems and all will happen if you don't follow the simple principle. Eat only twice in a day when hungry and maintain the same timings. Look at, friends, you decide your convenient as per your convenient timings. You eat only twice in a day, and try and maintain the same timings. And type of food what you want to eat, what are the timings, what is the quantity you want is entirely at your choice. The only request is avoid this sort of stuff. That's all. And twice only eating. Then nothing between two meals except water. As I discussed this, friends, other than water, anything else one puts in mouth is food. Once you put anything, you take just a glass of a coffee, or you just take a small 2, 3 sips of juice, it has to be digested. So there is a complete mechanism in action. So avoid number of times you are subjecting your digestive system to work. So next is what you do, friends. You have already taken 2 liters of water in the morning, 1 liter immediately after get up, after exercise, 1 liter. Then afterwards, between two meals, you try and take 1 to 2 liters of water, friends. Right? So this day you should take in installment. Suppose you finished your first meal, say at 12 o'clock, from 2 o'clock to onwards. Suppose you decide to have your meal, second meal at 8 o'clock, up to 7:30, you try and finish 2 liters. So always measure the water, keep in 1 liter bottles, friends. I ask people, I drink lot of water. They say, when I ask them how much, they say 5, 6 glasses. So this is a very wrong approach. Please measure how much water you are drinking, friends. 7 hours sleep between 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. is extremely good, friends. A lot of people nowadays work up to late, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and sleep up to night 10 o'clock. So you need to put your body as per the circadian rhythm, sun and moon movement, managing anxiety, stress, managing your mind. And once in 15 days, a fortnight honey. Honey and lemon water is good, or you can stay in water also, or you can take some juice. So you're giving rest to your digestive system at least 15 days once, friends. For good health, somebody is keen to have a good health. As I said to you, eating two meals is perfectly all right for general people, but somebody is very overweight and they have some issues, health problems and all that. Okay, unless they are very high diabetic, they can go one time natural food. So what is the natural food? We'll see, friends. Look at it. One time you can have simple food, homemade food, have whatever you want, have a curd, and then you can have both times similar meals. You can try and avoid refined, rice and grains and all that. So you can have the second time you can have natural food, friend. What is natural food? Natural food is which is not cooked on the stove. So whenever you cook food on the stove, it loses its nutrients, right? You're only making it tasty by adding so many masalas here. Natural food is equally tasty, friends. When you started tasting it, what are there? Sprouts are there. You have soaked groundnut, badam, coconut, and dates, and fresh nuts and all that, cashew, and you can have pista, fruits, local fruits. Don't buy for fruits which are imported. Just look for what are the local fruits, seasonal fruits which are available at a low price. And this is another plate. This is another plate. Last 8 years, most of the time, 90% of my last 8 years, one meal is mine is uncooked food, friends. This uncooked food will give you all sorts of nutrients. The deficiency we talked in the beginning, you will not have deficiency if you're able to take this, friends. Then, friends, now there are said to be 11 key health parameters. What are those? See, fasting sugar you must measure. It should be below 99. Fasting insulin. This is a test generally not being done. Please get it done. That will give you an idea about your insulin resistance. A1C. This is a 3 months average sugar, 5.6%. Whenever I ask anybody to do this fasting sugar and HbA1c, they say I'm not diabetic. See, HbA1c not only indicates your diabetic level, friend. It also shows about your insulin resistance and internal health problems. So it's necessary to get these three tests. Somebody is not able to spare so much money, get these three tests. That is sufficient. And then D vitamin and B12, look at the ranges. The ranges what are given in the lab reports are very erroneous. Not erroneous, is very large range. Like they say 30 to 100 is okay. I'm trying to tell you be at 70%. Same B12 also. B12 also they say 200 to 900 is good. But see, try and bring it at a 70, 80% of those range. That's how it shows you're healthy. The lipid profile, this is where you can check your, triglycerides to HDL ratio. This should be below 1.5%. A lot of people have high triglycerides, more than 150, 200, and HDL should be at least above 50, 60, but they have 20, 30. The ratio makes a huge difference on your health, friend. HSCRP is nothing but your inflammatory markers in the body. If you are constantly having inflammation in the body, you're bound to get all sorts of health issues. BMI, you all know, weight to height ratio, height to weight ratio, it should be below 24. Height to waist ratio is very important, friend. If your height is 5 feet 6 inches, that means 66 inches. So your waist should be 33 inches, half of the size in your height. Blood pressure also should be below 120/80. Most of the people tell you 120/80 is okay, but no, friends, it should be between 90 to 60 to 120/80. Anything below 120/80 is the best blood pressure. Home IR, we just looked at it in other videos. It should be below 1.5. This can be some manual calculation. Fasting insulin multiplied by fasting sugar divided by 405. The value should be below 1.5. Anything 1.5 means your insulin resistance. So over the years of the people, whenever I see a person with overweight, with a belly fat, and is unable to do, I can guarantee you that 99% they are insulin resistant. And many people tell me that, look, I don't have any diabetes, but he's already got a stent. He has already gone for some sort of heart issues. So, friends, this test is very important, and follow this lifestyle. You'll be able to. So these are the few people who have benefited by following this wellness secrets daily schedule. Last 8 years, I'm guiding people free of cost. Anybody wants to contact me, they can contact me on this number. Friends, my name is K.S. Gangeshwar Rao. I'm an automobile engineer. Please, I'm not a doctor. Please don't take this as a doctor's advice. Don't do anything on your own. Check with your doctor, follow this lifestyle, and see the improvement gradually. Check your parameters. Look at one time in 2014 when my parameters out of 12, they're mostly bad. Now they're all are improved. This is what I want to tell you, friends. Knowledge and discipline are the gateways to health. Thank you for listening, and I'm sure you will listen to other videos and share to your friends. Thank you very much.